If you're an aspiring 4.0 player, or you're a 4.0 player, or even a little bit higher, but you're stuck, you're not really breaking out yet, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 shots that you absolutely must have in order to play super solid 4.0 pickleball. Let's get into it. The first shot you need to play solid 4.0 pickleball is an effective punch volley. If you're already playing 4.0 or around 4.0, then you already know how to hit a punch volley. This is not a video on the mechanics of a punch volley. What we're going to talk about in this video is I'm going to show you how to hit your punch volley more effectively so that it accomplishes its purposes better. Before I show you a couple of different shots, let's talk about the objective of the punch volley on the 4 shot. So the punch volley on the 4 shot, its objective is to control the game board, right? When you're hitting a punch volley, you're up at the non-volley zone line. Your opponents are somewhere off of their non-volley zone line, even all the way back to the baseline potentially. So what you're trying to do with the shot is you're trying to keep control of the chessboard, if you will, of the pickleball court through the shot that you're hitting. What a lot of players do is they make a mistake with the shot because they don't execute the shot properly, resulting in losing control of the pickleball court. Specifically, what we do is we end up bringing these players, our opponents, farther closer into us, which is what we don't want. So if I'm trying to control the board with my punch volley and my opponents are back, the type of shot that I want to hit is I want to hit a shot that looks like that. A nice deep ball, good clearance over the net, keep those players back. What I don't want to do, and what happens a lot, is a shot like that. A short 4 shot that allows them to come in. And even more commonly, there's an error that's committed a lot, which is it's like the fake put away. Feels like a put away, but it's not really a put away. So you get a ball up here and you hit down on it. What happens is when you hit down on it, first of all, you're risking the net unnecessarily. Secondly, that ball's going to bounce pretty closer to the MVZ than the first shot that I showed you, the deeper ball. And what are you doing then? You're bringing your opponents in. So if you want to become a really good 4.0 player, you need to have an effective punch volley. You need to understand why you're hitting the punch volley, and then you need to execute a shot that makes sense according to that objective. The next shot you need to be a super solid 4.0 player is a good 3rd shot drop, or an effective 3rd shot drop. What I mean by that is it needs to be a 3rd shot drop that allows you to accomplish your objective. Your objective when you're hitting the 3rd shot drop, because you're hitting it from back here, is to move up, right? You want to consume space between the back and the NVZ line. So you need a shot that will allow you to do that. If you're hitting balls like this, that ball, even though it's slow, and it would be hard for them to attack that ball, it doesn't buy me time, because that ball is a super fast shot. What I need to do is I need to hit slower 3rd shots. Those are the most effective. So a slower 3rd shot would be a shot like that. Even if it lands a little deeper than I want, that's okay, because it's a slow shot. If you watch the pros play, their 3rd shot drops are very slow. Put a timer on it, you'll see they're very slow shots compared to the shots that you see 3-5s, 4-0s, and even 4-5s hit when they're trying to hit their 3rd shot drop. So if you want to have an effective 3rd shot drop, consider slowing the shot down and also avoiding the net. So nice clearance over the net, slow 3rd shot drop. That's going to help you accomplish your objective, which again, when you're back here, is to eat up that space. Be Pac-Man, eat up that space from here to there. And a slow 3rd shot drop will help you do that. The 3rd shot you need to master that 4.0 play is an effective dink. You need to know how to dink effectively. And there's a couple of different dinks that you need. You need a defensive dink, which I'll show you. So the defensive dink is a dink that I hit when I'm in trouble. So my opponent has stressed me and I'm pulled wide. What a lot of players do is they'll get pulled wide like this and they'll counter with a shot like that, okay? Even though that one cleared the net, it's a risky shot, super low over the net. So what I want to do is I'm getting pulled wide like this, then I want to lift that ball, right? Get that ball to drop in the NVZ, nice and high. Hairpin is how Coach Deb calls it, Deb Harrison, our friend, calls it. Hairpin it over the net. That's a defensive dink to get me out of trouble. Even that shot there is going to bounce in the NVZ, so it's going to be fine and unattackable. And what I'm trying to do is get myself out of trouble. But in addition to that one, I also need what we refer to here as aggro dinks. We call them aggro dinks. You can think of them as offensive dinks. The idea there is if I get a neutral dink now, so I get a dink, I put them in trouble and they gave me the neutral dink, the one I just hit over there. So if I get a neutral dink, what happens, that a lot of players will do is they'll get a neutral dink and they hit a neutral dink back. I'm giving up an opportunity if I get a neutral dink and I hit a neutral dink back. So what I want to do is I want to learn how to hit more offensive dinks. They don't have to be super complicated, don't need a lot of spins, but what I do need is I need to be able to direct that ball into a spot that's open, put pressure on the other team, as opposed to simply hitting another neutral dink back if I get a neutral dink. So an effective dink is really going to help you when you're up here at the non-volley zone line, and as you either get to 4-0, or if you're playing 4-0, you're playing up here more often, you need to understand how to navigate this part of the court, which is through effective dinking. Now that you know the 3 shots you must master to play solid 4.0 pickleball, let's talk about one area or one shot that you don't need, even though you may think you need it, to play really good 4.0 pickleball. The thing you do not need to play awesome 4.0 pickleball is to spin the ball. Talking about top spin and underspins. If you already know how to do it and you can do it consistently, knock yourself out, keep going. If you don't already know how to do it consistently, and that's the key word, we recommend forget about those right now. Work on the shots that we showed you in this video, master those first. And specifically as to those, one at a time. Master one at a time and take your time with them. Because if you get to be really good with a one shot, you'll see a difference in your game. And then the next shot, and then the next shot. If you're trying to work on all of them, you're not going to work on any of them. Have fun out there.